Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, my brothers and sisters. Good morning, and welcome to another Good Morning Grief Devotional. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr., your 2023 grief coach. And I'm so happy and excited to have this wonderful opportunity to come to you today to lead you in a special way on yet another grief devotion. Yo, this is the daily grief devotional that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural and normal response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how you express it on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't let it in, keep it in, but we let it out. And that's why we shout good morning, because morning is a good thing. And I'm so happy and excited to see each and every one of you here today as you allow me to continue to be part of your grief journey. We are coming to the end of November and heading into the month of December. This is the holidays, it's winter, it's cold outside. A lot of times our grief can be intensified during this time of the year. So I'm rooting for you, I'm praying for you, and just excited about the opportunity to continue to lead you in a very special way in our grief sessions. Today, we got a real good lesson, and I'm so glad that each and every one of you are here to be able to dive into it. So let's get into it, y'all. Today's grief quote simply says, "You have not lived a perfect day unless you have done something for someone who will never be able to pay you back." You have not lived a perfect day unless you've done something for someone who will never be able to pay you back. Today is day 334. Thank y'all for coming back for some more. We're going to talk about helping others. Helping others, helping others. And I know you might be saying, but I'm going through myself. What are you talking about? Helping others. I'm trying to get help for myself. I love that quote, y'all, because you have not lived a perfect day, right? You have not lived a perfect day up until, unless you've done something for someone who will never be able to pay you back. This thing is about helping others. And not somebody that you're doing something where you can see the benefit from. Like, I'm gonna do something for somebody because if I do this for them, then they gonna do that. No, what can you do for somebody that can't pay you back? What can you do for somebody that there's no way they can return the favor or pay you back for what you've done? I think this is so very important. I was on a panel discussion the other day. We were talking about grief with some pastors and grief counselors and coaches and this, that, and the other. And they were talking about some of the loss that I've been through in my life. My father died in 2011. And it's like, well, how did you handle that season? And back then, I didn't have the same awareness, education, and action that I have now as it relates to grief. And y'all, back then, the reality was I didn't. How did I handle it? This is what I did. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to talk. I didn't know what. I didn't know how to navigate through that situation. And so, what I began to do, I began to seed what I need. I seeded what I needed. Right. I seeded what I needed. I began to reach out and help other young men. I said, I'm a mentor young man. I'm gonna help young men. I'm gonna pour myself into young men who need help. Right. Because if I can see that, that's the very thing that I need. I need somebody pouring to me. I need somebody to help me. I need somebody to come alongside me. I need somebody to walk with me. I need somebody to be with me, right? And I said, my mindset was, if I can seed it, if I can give it to others, then maybe God will give it to me. My whole mindset was helping others, even in the midst of what I was going through, right? And I think it's important for us to understand this. And y'all, watch this, even in grief, that can be so therapeutic, right? It can be therapeutic to lend a helping hand. It can be therapeutic to help somebody else in need. It can be therapeutic to help somebody else to navigate through um, whatever, right? To sow a seed, to do a deed, to whatever the case may be. It can be so helpful. It can be so beneficial. It can be so therapeutic to each and every one of us. And so today, y'all, real quick, we're gonna talk about helping others. Let's get into it. What's a perfect day in grief anyway, right? I would say it's a day to which we've embraced and expressed any thoughts and feelings that came up. Be honest with, as well as kind to, ourselves and others and try to appreciate each moment. I think that's beautiful. They say, what's a perfect day in grief anyway? I would say it's a day in which we've embraced and expressed any thoughts and feelings that came up, right? That's so very important. A perfect day in grief is when you embrace and express any honest feelings that come up, right? Because every day is different. And if you want to have a good day in grief, you embrace and express any honest feelings that come up. Because you got to remember, this is the journey. You're navigating through this journey. You're navigating through this process. Every day is going to be different. Every day you may explore a different corner, a different aspect, a different part of this whole thing called grief. And so a perfect day in grief is when whatever you feeling, remember, because we feel and we reveal. We don't conceal, we reveal. We don't suppress, we express. We don't ignore, we explore. So a perfect day in grief is when you can embrace this feeling, right? I'm a Wakanda forever. I'm a embrace it, whether I'm mad, I'm angry, whether I'm sad, whether I'm depressed, whether I'm disappointed, whether I'm anxious, whether I'm nervous, whether I'm just whatever. I'm going to embrace it, right? And then I'm going to express it. I'm going to embrace it, then I'm going to express it. I'm going to talk to my coach, my counselor, my therapist. I'm going to talk to my grief group. I'm going to post something online. I'm going to call my friend. I'm going to go to my safe place. I'm going to go to my safe space. I'm going to express it in some type of way. I'm going to express it through prayer. I'm going to express it through journaling. I'm going to express it through prayer. I'm going to express it in some type of way. I'm going to embrace it, that I'm going to express it, right? What's a perfect day in grief? A perfect day in grief is when you can embrace and express any thoughts and feelings that come up, right? Been honest with as well as kind to ourselves and others, okay, right? Not only am I going to embrace and express any thoughts and feelings that come up, but I'm going to be honest with myself. I'm going to be honest with others, right? Why would you pay to lie? Why would you pay a counselor, a coach, a therapist to lie, right? And why would you not be honest with yourself? So a perfect day in grief is when I'm going to be honest with myself. I'm not going to lie to myself. I'm going to be honest with myself. I'm going to be honest with others. Not only that, but I'm going to be kind to myself, right? Oh, I love it, y'all. This is good. We going somewhere, as well as kind to myself and others, right? And try to appreciate each moment. What's a perfect day in grief? When I can embrace and express any thoughts and feelings that come up, right? What's a perfect day in grief? When I can be honest with myself and others, when I can be kind to myself and I can be kind to others. Here it is. And when I can try to appreciate each moment, right? Oh, that's a good day. In the words of that great hip hop prophet, Ice Cube, that's a good day, right? That's a good day in grief. Here it is. But maybe Ruth Smeltzer is right. Maybe our perfect day is not truly perfect unless we also go out of our way to actively help someone who can't pay us back. Throw you a curveball. Food for thought. What's a perfect day in grief? When I can embrace and express any thoughts and feelings that come up, right? When I can be kind and honest with myself and with others. When I can appreciate each moment, right? Yet, in addition to that, a perfect day in grief, right, is truly perfect. It's not truly perfect unless I've also gone out of my way to actively help someone who can't pay us back, who maybe doesn't even deserve it, right? You deserve it. Maybe they don't even deserve it. You don't deserve it, right? But I go out of my way to help that type of individual. Check this out, y'all. Grief is an appropriately me focused experience, right? Grief is an appropriately me focused. It's supposed to be about you, right? You're trying to get help for the loss, change, and transition you're experiencing, you're going through. Grief is a me-focused experience. It's a me-focused experience. But when you're ready, looking around us each day for an opportunity to be of service to someone else can turbocharge our healing. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? That yes, it's a me focused experience, but when you're ready, looking around you each and every single day for an opportunity to be of service to someone else can can turbocharge your healing. It's something about serving, it's something about helping others, it's something about giving yourself away that here it is, it turbocharges your healing. I think that's why, in part, that's what I did back in 2011. I wanted to seed it what I needed, right? And by me helping others, it turbocharged my healing. See, I was determined. I told you this story 1,000 times. When my father died, it was in December 3rd, coming up on the anniversary. I said, you know what? Father's Day, I'm not gonna sit at home and cry my eyes out. I'm gonna throw a conference for young men and I'm gonna pour my heart out. That's what I said. And that's what I did, right? I had me 12 disciples, got me 12 young men, and I took them to baseball games and bowling, and we went fishing, and we had lessons and college tours, and we had lessons on manhood that entire week, right? Then on that Friday, we had dinner and a movie. There's a movie that I was supposed to see with my father. We didn't get a chance to see it. He ended up passing away. Um, I forgot the name of the movie, but I said, I'm going to watch it with these young men. So we had dinner, right? Then we watched the movie and had discussion afterwards. And then Saturday, the next day, they came back and we had a conference. We had lessons and workshops and breakouts and all of these things. And y'all, it was the bomb. It was the bomb.com, and being able to serve young men and pour into young men. There was over 200 young men there, right? You know what it did? It supercharged my healing. It helped me. It was a part of the process. Was I healed totally and free from that? I mean, no, but it was a part of the process, right? Grief is a part. What can you do in the form of service that can supercharge your healing, right? Am I saying that if you go serve that you're going to be 100% better and well and everything? No, but remember, mourning requires motion. You have to express it outside of yourself. What can you do outside of yourself? What can you do? And as far as serving, and somebody that can't pay, somebody that you're not gaining advantage from. Some of us try to do stuff to, because there's an agenda, there's a motive behind it. Oh, if I do this for them, that. Now we ain't talking about that type of give back. We talking about something maybe for somebody that don't deserve it, maybe for somebody that can't pay you back, right? What can you do in the form of service that can supercharge your healing, right? If we serve selflessly, we end up saving ourselves. If we serve selflessly, guess what, y'all? We end up saving ourselves. What can you do to serve selflessly, right? That the reality is you'll end up saving yourself, helping yourself, saving yourself throughout this process. What can you do to serve selflessly? Look at the final thought. When I am ready and have the energy to help others, I will start looking for small daily opportunities. When I am ready, and I'm so glad it said when I am ready, because some of you may not be there right now. You may not be there. Pastor, it's too fresh, it's too soon. I can't. I ain't mad at you, right? When I am, you might not be ready, right? But when you are ready, when I am ready and have the energy to help others, you might not have the energy. You might be willing, but the flesh may be weak. You might be ready, but you ain't got the energy, right? I get it. Just understand that this could be part of the process. This could be part of supercharging, turbocharging your healing. So when I am ready, when I have the energy to help others, here it is, I will start looking for small daily opportunities. It ain't got to be huge. It ain't got to be big. It ain't got to be something massive and this big old opportunity. No, when I am ready, And when I have the energy, I will start looking for small daily opportunities, right, to serve selflessly. Because by serving selflessly, I'm saving myself. Today is day 334, y'all. We are talking about helping others. Holla at your boy one time for the one time. Questions, comments. If you got them, I'll take them right now. If you got them, I'll take them right now. If you got them, I'll take them right now. Anything. I need to be more kind to myself. Marla, yeah, you need to be more kind to yourself. 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 Marla, I seen this video. I need to send it to you. I seen this video. I seen this video. The past you, the present you, the future you. Give them grace to let go. Give them space to grow. And grace. What did I say? Grace, grow, great. Something. I forgot how I alliterated it. But I watched this video and it really blessed my life. In the video she was talking about, and I've said this before, but I love the way this young lady articulated it. She says that really you're a trinity, right? You got the past you, the present you, and the future you. And she was talking in terms of, so the past you, right? The past you that made mistakes and did things and did all this, blah, blah, blah. You got to forgive the past you. I say it all the time. You can't do nothing about the time you lost. What you going to do with the time you have left? You have to give, you got to be kind to the past you. You got to give, I say it like this, you got to give the past you the grace to let go, right? The grace to let go, right? Give your past you grace. Be kind to the past you, right? But then the present you got to give the present you the space to grow. My past me, I'm gonna give them the grace to let go because I made some mistakes. I did bad, this, that, and the other. But then the present me, I'm gonna give the present me the space to grow, right? Because you're still learning, you're still developing, you know what I'm saying? But then the future you, and really the whole point of the video, it was talking about setting the future you up for success. You got to love all three. You got to love the past you. Sometimes we hate the past us because we made bad decisions and it's detrimental. We did dumb stuff and, all of this stuff. And no, you got to love all three. You got to love the past you. You got to love the present you. You got to love the future you, right? And in loving the future the present you has to do things in consideration of the future you, right? So the present you might want to be like, the present you, just for an example, the present you might be like, oh, the girls, they're going out for drinks after work. The present you might want to be, oh, let's go out for drinks. But the future you is like, well, if you go out for drinks, you're going to be tired. We're going to have a rough morning. You got some stuff to do. We're not going to get it done. So you're going to make me have to rush tomorrow. And so maybe that's not the best decision that you need to do, present you. And oftentimes we be like, man, forget future you. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'll figure it out. I'll deal with that situation as it comes. Instead of taking into consideration future you, right? And making sure that present you makes decisions that will be instrumental for future you instead of detrimental for future you. Does that make sense? And so when present you loves future you, then present you will make decisions, right, that will be beneficial and not detrimental for future you. But you got to love, why am I saying this? You got to love all three. I see your comment about I need to be more kind to myself. Yes, you got to love the past you. You got to love the present you. You got to love the future you. You know what I'm saying? And so, I don't know. I hope that helps. I've really been on this whole kick, right, about the present, the past me, the present me, and the future me, loving all three, forgiving and healing and all of this stuff. And so you got to be more kind to yourself. You got to be more kind to yourself. You got to be more kind to yourself. So I don't know. I hope that makes sense. Any questions? Any questions? Questions? Y'all never have questions. Y'all never have questions. Y'all always quiet. Y'all always quiet. Y'all always quiet. All right. Well, look, I hope and pray y'all have a wonderful day. I love y'all with the love of the Lord. Y'all know I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I want you to be the best version of yourself. So I thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all have a great day, a fabulous day, a thriving Thursday. I love y'all with the love of the Lord. I'll see y'all soon. Let's